Yo man 5 here. Welcome back. We're doing SCL my third round, round 5 of the tournament. Because of the way the brackets were set up, it's double elimination. I did not decide to upload my recording of round 2. I played a little bit poorly, was kind of upset at the time, was a bit tilted, acted kind of unprofessionally, and played a little bit bad, and so I didn't think it was worth uploading. But so the plan going into this one was... Ah, shoot, I didn't fix one of my decks. Okay, so I guess I rushed it a little bit, and I have the wrong tempo mage. The plan going in was to have a double... and take out the rogue. Wait, no, shoot. Okay, so, like I was trying to say, I'm going to ban warlock so that I am free to bring... That's actually really interesting. So with that gone, I think I want to start with my oil rogue, if warrior is gone. But so the plan was to ban the possibility of zoo, and lock my opponent into the other 3 classes, since this is a mirror match, so that I can bring a counterspell duplicate type of list, but I forgot to actually put that in. I was too busy putting in all my other lists. I brought 2 versions of zoo, neither of which have to worry about the mirror match. It's only basically versus... I have a deck that's...
Valir versus Garrosh.
Oh wow, looks like I'm getting next leveled by my own strategy. So the warrior could actually probably be patron, so I'm going to mulligan as if this is patron. This whole hand is bad. Sand is fine.
The pleasure is mine.
Greetings.
Or was I lining up talking? And bringing multiple versions of zoo, one against something like Tempo Mage and Rogue, one against the likes of Control Warrior or Freeze Mage.
Here we go.
And then bring multiple versions, or bring the duplicate counterspell tempo list, and then bring another version to beat Burn, since I just don't have to worry about Warlock as a class. Or another one to beat Freeze Mage, which is, spoiler alert, Burn. Alright, so this is probably a control list.
My eyes are open.
Here we go. Do you have the artifact?
Yeah, this is control warrior. So, we're going to try and play this hand out from here. I don't know if this is going to be very good at all for me, but if I can get to a teacher, I can probably make this a pretty solid set of turns. That seems like a really aggressive line to take.
Pay attention, class.
I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to learn.
Job's done.
So doing this, there's no real good way to get rid of this Violet teacher. They can... I guess they got the pre-order already. That card back looks pretty sweet. But they can't shield slam it. They can't execute it without having to burn a secondary card on it, like this. And that's entirely fine to me. I got my pressure out of it. Double bash, that's perfectly fine by me. So this turn, I'm just going to go ahead and play a 4-drop, dagger up, and get some damage in on the face. This seems to actually be an okay position to be in. I know there's a Belcher, but I have this next turn I can Drake, Eviscerate, and then probably trade in these two 1/1s to avoid getting beat up by Brawl. So this hand is shaping up rather well, actually.
Do as you say, I shall do as you say.
Shield Slam's gonna kill it no matter what, so there's no real reason to waste my dagger here when I have a hand that looks like this. Ideally, this Van Cleef would probably be a 6/6, but there's no good way to do it right now in my hand. I don't want to blow a flurry this early. I need those flurries for some really good damage or board clears to keep tempo.
Let the pain speak to me.
Revenge, execute. Alright, so I think this is a good turn to get a Van Cleef down if I can find something. I could Loatheb Edwin, but I think that's not quite good enough. Edwin Deadly Poison is 4. I could actually go for the push here with the Edwin Van Cleef and just bump into the Acolyte. Although I think Edwin Van Cleef go face might be better. Yeah, let's set up for a big turn here.
The Brotherhood shall
Yeah. So this is going to prevent a brawl from happening at all, which is the biggest thing that would ruin this turn.
Welcome to the grand tournament.
That's fine. If I can find an oil here, I'm in a really good spot.
lapdogs. All of them.
Here we go.
Well, that went really well. Edwin can get BGH, but that's not a big deal at all. I think with this sprint and this Drake here and this South Sea, I'm actually in a really good spot, even with the Justicar hero power. Like, Shredder hasn't even been popped yet. That's fine. Ideally here, Lotheb survives, I think. I'm not going to complain about Van Cleef if there's no BGH. If there's a BGH, it's actually really good. Shield Slam's probably going to happen. Getting this 1-4 instead of anything with 2 or 3 attack is kind of a big issue, though. We'll Drake first, see what I can draw. This sets me up for 4, 8, sets me up for not quite enough. But I think I want to get, if there's any Harrison in that hand, I want to get it out of here. And I think I can afford to play Thalnos for the draw.
Here we go.
So, I think I'm actually in a really good spot here, as long as we don't get super blown out, but I don't think there's any huge blowouts at this stage of the game. Shield Maiden is kind of a lot of armor, but it's not actually going to do all that much by itself. Especially when I have 2 spell power minions in play. And I have the sprint, so I'm going to get through another half of my deck in the next turn. So I think I definitely sprint first, see if I can fish out a lethal here. Alright, so we didn't fish out lethal, I don't think, right? We face that, we draw another card. We have 5 here out of 14. No, we can't fish out a lethal. So I think this is going to die anyway, so we get the draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think I want to get this out of the way.
Too soon. Here we go.
Yeah.
Ha, this guy's tough.
So the reason I want to do it like this is I want to remove some of the lower valid, like, what they're worth, and I get one more point of damage out of this. Execute's kind of annoying. Death Spite can be dealt with. I'm up a lot of cards right now. That's a lot of health, but I think that I can get through this by just playing minions.
Ha, this guy's toast.
Yeah. So what I ideally want to find here is another oil turn, because I have the South Sea, I have the prep, I have the flurry. Oil is all I'm really missing.
To me.
So there's one more shield slam as far as pinpoint removal. The bashes are gone, the executes are gone. There could be a Baron get in here, but that sounds like as greedy as possible.
Back to work.
So they're digging. I wonder what she's looking for. I should turn that off. I apologize. I shouldn't have to hear Facebook ding. Oil. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, plus 4, yeah.
Well played. Here we go.
And we got there. So I got to kill the control warrior with my rogue. Which is actually super, super good for me. Alright. So now rogue's out of the way, warrior's banned. I just need to win with warlock and with mage. And because I saw the warlock, I'm going to actually bring my tech list. Worst case scenario, it's tempo mage and I switch back up to one of my other warlock decks, but I think I want to save the other two for last, just because they're the most matchup agnostic. We'll see if bringing the wrong tempo mage comes back to punish me here.
Gul'dan versus Jaina.
So you get to see my really fun looking
Your
list.
soul shall be mine.
This hand is actually super fine against mage because I have no idea what they're playing. I guess she. I should be saying she because I do know xSmiley. Oh, look at that! This hand's amazing.
Hello.
I get to look super swaggy with my golden hero power, my golden imp, and the rest of my deck is not actually that golden. I think I have a golden void tear. That's about it.
I'll show them. I'll show
Bad side is a card. I'm just gonna push for face damage here. I could play Nerubian Egg, but the advantage of that is not big enough right now because my next turn wants to be Imp Gang Boss. So the fact that they coined Mad Sight doesn't actually tell us anything. It could be really any mage. If I can make an egg out of this mirror entity, I'll attack first and see what it is. If it's a mirror entity, I want to play Gang Boss, but it really depends on what their 2-drop is. So this is probably Freeze Mage. I think this version is probably pretty good against it. So I want to play... I could be getting bluffed. I don't know what this is. I think... I just want to play this Nerubian egg and see what's going on. Okay. So we'll just curve out, get the hit in. So this is probably a ice block. Until I see anything that shows me what kind of mage it is, because so far I've seen a coin Mad Sight and a ping. If I see an Arcane Intellect here, I'm probably going to go all in on the fact that it's Freeze Mage and start getting in for some real damage and maybe looking for some taps. Nope, that's Tempo Mage. Can I PO or is this going to get counterspelled? Nope. You can have a duplicate of that. So this is going to pop out one here. I'm more likely to want to taunt up the Imp Gang Boss and the Haunted Reaper, so we'll just get ahead like this. Now I get to start attacking aggressively because I have the board, and Tempo Mage is not going to have a good time getting back on it without that coin.
Someday I'll be just like
Sorcerer's Apprentice is fine. Frostbolt is also fine. That seems like a lot to blow for not a good turn here. They got lucky though, so not really punished for it. I think I just play these. I think I want this here, this to the right, kill that, kill this.
Job's done.
I do. That's right. I guess no. Those are basic cards though. So of course I have those gold, and I have level 60 Warlock. But let's see what we get here. That's a Shredder. I don't care. Live tap first. See what my options are. Beautiful. We'll toss away this imp. It doesn't matter. I think I'll take that out. Went to the stuff. I'll place this down here again. Pretty crushing it here. I might play Tempo Mage first until I can narrow things down. If I get the Tempo Mage mirror, that's okay. I would rather play the... Actually, no, because I don't want to play the burn deck against Warrior, but I do want to play it against everything else. So I might just block in the burn deck for now. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I only need to find 2 more damage.
Well.
Hit him with that golden swaggy. Alright. So now I'm locked into Mage. And this is the best start I have had yet in Steelcity LAN. Or the qualifiers for it. But, because so far I've started off 0-2 every time. I got 0-2 and then reverse swept against xSmiley actually in round 1. My second round I played against Hadriel. Started off 0-2, came back 2-2, and just had a third game where I misguessed. They had brought 2 Reno Warlocks, and I didn't realize they'd have a third Warlock in the back pocket, and so I had to play Milrogue against Zoo, and got double Doom Guarded. And that just wasn't fun.
Jaina!
Awesome.
Jaina!
I don't care if this is Tempo Mage, I don't care if this is Freeze Mage. This is the kind of deck that this beats up on, because it's a super efficient deck. There's 2 of basically everything, and the point is to burn them out. Play super aggressive on curve things, burn out the opponent.
Hello. Hello.
I can fix anything.
I'm even playing, yes, that's a real Micro Machine, because sometimes you just get to punish people for not being able to kill it. Mana Worm, that's fine. Don't coin anything. Awesome.
For a little while, I'll catch you.
And And this is where I get to start having the punish effect, right? If they don't have an immediate removal for this 2-2, or I played my fake Flame Imp and I played this 2-2, it's going to be a 3-2 on my turn. I will get to attack with a 3-2. If they don't deal with it again, it's a 5-2. The snowball effect is insane.
What to do? What to do?
Someday I'll be just like you.
Oh god, please don't RNG me. That was incredibly unfortunate.
Job's done.
Well played.
I got RNG'd this game. Oh well. I can still certainly come back from this. It's just really unpleasant to have that happen that way. If I get Flame Wicked here, I'm probably just going to lose this game, and that's just the unfortunate reality of it.
I serve the Fire Lord.
And both of these are going to hit Manowar? No, okay. I probably have to just Fireball this. I can't afford to... As much as I'm a burn deck, I can't afford to leave that there. My burn is often very creature focused. Like a lot of my damage comes from creatures. I think I just dropped this.
Just like you.
Hopefully I can get some more card advantage back. That's unfortunate. Alright, I'm way down on cards though. I'm gonna probably need to get a good Mana Worm turn into a Jeeves turn. I had to spend a Fireball on something I really don't want to Fireball. Basically anything that's not face is a bad Fireball. This is probably an okay turn though. I'm cutting down a lot of the burn in my deck, but the Polymorph, I do have some burst possibilities. I can attack for 3, 7, 10.
I'll show them all. I'll show them. I'll show them all.
I will not be trifled with.
That's an interesting card to see. This is where I start aggressively pushing face, because I need to start getting off like a Jeeves and some real burn. I don't have any fireballs left, which is really unfortunate, but that's just the way things are. I just get to go... I basically have to dedicate all my burn to face at this point. Because by fireballing that, I got more than 6 damage out of my board, but still not a whole lot. So that's going to be the duplicate, probably a counterspell. They're probably running a very similar list to what I wanted to run. Yeah, duplicate counterspell, then the Arcane Intellect, that's fine. 5-mana Arcane Intellect is not a good Arcane Intellect. I don't think I can afford to care about that. I think I just have to point everything at the face and dedicate to it. Their stuff all costs 5, which is going to be amazing when I get a Jeeves out, but I need to get a Jeeves. Like, that is basically my out in this game, is to get a Jeeves and draw 3 cards. They're offering a lot of their clock up by trading my 5-2 away because their hand is clogged full of cards. They literally can't play 2 spells in a turn.
My assistance?
That's clever. That's probably gonna be real bad for me. Yeah, I guess there is an argument that I should have pointed both my fireballs just straight up at the face. It might have been correct.
Aha!
Yeah, right now they're doing a much better job of being the face deck than I am, with an Antonitis on the field. So I'm guaranteed dead next turn, so...
Well played. You win this.
So Mirror to
Well
Duplicate
played.
is the combination of spells. I'm gonna switch back to Tempo, I think, because I expect the Warrior here. This is where I get kind of punished for bringing a sort of linear lineup, but I didn't bring Freeze Mage on purpose in this matchups. I don't think Freeze Mage is good enough against Rogue. I don't think Freeze Mage is good at all against Control Warrior. I don't think Freeze Mage is good against something like Tempo Mage, which I saw out of xSmiley last time. So I'm switching up to my Tempo deck basically until I see Warrior, or until Warrior wins. That's not this deck, is it?
Versus Valera.
Watch your...
That is not the right deck list.
You asked for it.
Oh, so they did bring the Rogue. Okay. So cards here good are probably not Flamewaker. Frostbolt is going to be very good. Spellslinger is probably going to be just an on-curve minion play. Pretty sure this is not this list.
The pleasure is mine.
Job's done.
That for some reason it thinks my deck is. Where it is. Hand is awful, but
Wanted, dead or alive.
Moonfire is a good one. I'll keep that. I don't know. I don't think my deck list actually looks this weird, unless I just didn't change it after toying with it on the ladder. But I'm pretty sure I took out a lot of the stuff that this list says. But we'll find out. Because I did forget to switch my tempo list. I do like having Ragboom though. That is something I did want to have. I just don't know if I left any Ethereal Conjures in there. If I left Effigy in there, that's going to be amazing. Hex. You got it. I don't know if that was the best Hex target. It was probably one of the lower tempo Hexes I've seen. Give me that Mirror Entity. Next turn I get a pretty huge Azure Drake into Moonfire. I'm going to love that. But this is the turn where the Rogue plays all the important minions. It's not Counterspell.
Ha, this guy's toast. Ha, this guy's toast.
What reason would you possibly have to not dagger Eviscerate? Can I make them eviscerate the 3/3? So I think I play Azure Drake because if they're gonna sap, which is the other consideration, sapping Shredder is way more tempo than just sapping something like a Drake.
Hey,
And I'm just gonna trade here. I don't want to give any possible oil race ability. Next turn I have a lot of 2s in my hand to get out. I have like a 4 and a 2 I can play. I even have a 0 if I need it. That's nothing. I can take that. So you're gonna prep something? No. I think I absolutely just jam this and cannon. I have a lot of burn in my hand actually next turn. I can do 8 plus 8 is 16 plus 2 is 18. I can do a lot. I probably want to spread the frost bolts out over 2 turns though, just to prevent anything super big from happening. Next turn I probably actually want to Loatheb and Frostbolt, and that way just deny any attempt at recovering the board.
Options.
Hopefully this Azure Drake survives, because that will give me a lot more ability to play around with things. I hope I don't actually have MC Tech still in this deck. That would be really unfortunate. Sure, Sap. I'm gonna guess there's an Eviscerate following this. That's fine. Hit face redagger. That like wasn't a very tempo-y turn. Turn 7's a pretty big turn, but I want to wait a little bit on the Loatheb. I want to have a board to protect with it. So I'm just going to drop these and do this to deny anything but a Blade Flurry. And this also threatens, I think, lethal, because that's 4, 10, 13, 14, and then 15. I'd put them at 1. So I guess I trade this in first and see what's hiding. So I want a guaranteed board to go with this. So right now I would deal 9, 11, super lethal. If they can't do anything about my board or play another taunt.
This guy's toast.
Oh god, I could get so many bad minions out of this. Zombie choke. Oh, it's actually really bad. I should unstable portal first.
Wanted, dead or alive.
I think I do want to do the Frostbolt still. They can get a lot of life back, and they can get a huge flurry off on me and go to 15, but I can't do anything about that. Yep, that's gross. I still have a lot of burn left in my deck, though. That's gross. I don't know if I have enough burn left in my deck for this. I need to have some of my top end come through here. I basically have to play for the burst outs at this point. They're playing double Sludge Belchers, so they could have heal bots, but they might just not, because that's a lot of 5s. They've already played 4 5-drops. That's a Tharason. They're a really heavy list. Are they even oil? No, they're probably oil. They're probably just a really heavy oil. That face attack makes no sense with the Tharason unless they have absolutely nothing going on in that hand. Trying to think. A lot of my top decks that can help me get out of this involve... There's actually like no top decks to help me get out of this, really, other than Fireball. Fireball already gets me out of this. Boom can get me out of this, but it's kind of unlikely. So I think I just have to ping face, and see if I can get even just like a bit more damage. Since this is the trade, if there's going to be a trade. If there's not going to be a trade, I don't have to worry about it anyway. Oh, it's Malagos. Okay, that explains a lot. So I basically just need to top deck Fireball here. Or I am the dead. I guess Fireball or Rag. Or I'm just dead. I might actually be just dead. 9, 10. Flurry. No Flurry. Alright, I have a couple odds here. I guess we'll just see what it is.
You want it? I got it.
Holy. Alright, we play for the one more. Good God.
I got the best deals anywhere.
Oh my God, please no. Am I dead? Oh man, they're just going deep. They just need to draw lethal spell. Yep.
Well played.
Ah, so close. So now it's down to Warrior, and I'm stuck with this deck that's playing MC Tech. That's kind of like awful and unfortunate. I really wish I wasn't down to just these two decks, but I have to be playing Tempo. I can't win with Burn against that. That was actually a really good selection to just like leave the Warrior to last. I can't really do anything about it. I know basically their list in and out. I can't do a whole lot though.
Jaina versus Garrosh.
Victory or death!
It does look like I get the coin though. We're gonna pitch this Effigy and possibly this Flamewaker just because they don't do anything early. I want to go like Mad Side Coin, Shredder. I would like to stop drawing these secrets, but
Hello.
Greetings.
this MC Tech is going to be just awful.
I'll show them all.
Yeah, I really wish I'd remembered to bring the proper deck, but it happens. Shield block. This looks like I could get early ahead. I'm gonna coin this, just to be a little more mana efficient. If there's a minion at all, I can Flame Cannon. If there's not, I'm just going to Mirror Entity so that when this dies, I get Effigy. And Effigying a Shredder sounds amazing to me. Okay, that's fine. I think I'll just play this MC Tech now, with that.
Engaging TC-130 into this locator.
We have to make the best of a bad situation here where I just have the wrong deck. But I'll manage. That's fine. They're trading 1 for 1 right now, or 1 for half. Which one is that for? Mirror Entity.
Job's done.
So I do have this Brawl Insurance in this egg. Awesome. I don't want to invite the brawl that heavily, so I'll have to wait on this. I also don't want to overload myself when I could be having like a boom turn or something big, but... Let's see if we can get out of this.
I wonder.
The Merit to the Effigy package might actually be really, really good here. Especially if this Mana Worm dies.
Welcome to the Grand Tournament, champion.
Oh, hello.
Welcome to the Grand Tournament, champion.
I see.
This seems like a pretty good turn here for me. Next turn I can deal 3, 9, 19, 21? I want to save this Dune Maul for after the brawl, I think. Actually, no, I guess now I want to invite the brawl, now that I have Boom.
Overtime. The end is close.
And I want to have the Effigy up. Next turn I'll have 8 mana again, so I can boom Arcane Missiles if necessary. So this means there's no brawl, which I'm incredibly... It's gonna pop on the egg, I think, instead of Loatheb. No, it will pop on Loatheb, okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. But this has to be an execute. Oh, revenge. That's the thing, too.
Do you have the artifact? Do you have the artifact?
I think I want to sequence Boom before Rag.
Get back!
Because I don't want Rag to get BGH, it's the big thing. A lot of the removal is out of that hand, that's fine. It might just be dead. It's not immediately dead, but... You're gonna take a lot of punishment from this. They only have 3 cards to deal with this. If they have the Execute, it's really unfortunate, but... Yep. I still have some, like, resiliency left in my deck, though. I could still actually win. I have 6 missiles. I only need 4 to go to the face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I guess I Arcane Missiles first and see what the odds of me actually getting a victory out of this are. I only need 1 of these to go face.
Wanted.
I guess
Dead
Spellslinger
or
can show
alive.
me the way. Yeah, I needed 1 of that second one to go faced. God, really? This is gonna be one frustrating game if that's the RNG that stops me from winning this. This is just Flame Waker fodder at this point. I mean, they're starting to run low on actual removal cards, but they're just gonna get way out of range of my burn at this point.
I can take the hit.
Your turn to fall. Draw.
I need to be drawing some of my like shredders or conjurers, or I'm just going to lose this game. That missile's not going face was. Are you kidding me? This is gonna be a really, really frustrating game. Yeah, this is the game where I get punished for not having Antonitis. Alright, unstable portal, what do you have for me? Thank you! I need that. I needed this to get out of this game, I think. This is going to be absurd. Right here, that's just going to win the game. That's fine. I want the 3-2 to win the game. Or win the brawl. Best outcome. Death rattle to my hand. Kill the 3-2, that's fine. And this is where Nibirak just wins the game, I think. I just replay this card until the warrior can't deal with it. Yeah?
I'll be back.
Alright, I get dug out from playing a bad deck by Unstable Portal. Makes up for the... I got the good RNG to make up for the bad RNG, let's blame it. You have a brawl. There is no good outcome.
I'll be back. Well played.
Well played.
Alright, so I made it to top 8 for Steelcity LAN. Didn't get punished for playing a mind control tech in this deck. Where... Alright, we'll go back. I can show off some of these lists. I'll let xSmiley out of there. So this is just basically Tempo Storm Zoo. I brought that. That was my traditional Zoo list. I brought no fans, took them out for Earthen Ring and Healbot because, again, I banned the Zoo matchup. Same Elise list. I took the Revenge out from last week, put back in the Acolyte of Pain, because last week I played against a Druid Paladin lineup. Here's the really bad Tempo Mage list that I didn't really mean to be running. I think it would have looked more like... Where's the Secrets? One Duplicate, one Counter Spell. Be playing 2 Drakes, Lotheb. I don't remember if I meant to be playing the Fallen Hero in this one. I think there was just supposed to be like an Arcane Intellect. So I think this... wait, what am I missing? Oh, another 3-drop. I forget which one I was gonna play. I should turn off the filter. I almost played Saboteur. Maybe I think it was just double Arcane Intellect. Maybe that makes sense. Either double Arcane Intellect or double Spellslinger. I had it written up on paper, so I don't have it on me. Anyway, that's that list. Here's this list that I've been working on for a while. I didn't play it. I brought it in case of any weird grinder mages. This deck is pretty good against any sort of control or pseudo-control mirror. I brought this because I know xSmiley brought Mill Rogue last time. So I wanted, since I didn't ban the Rogue, I wanted to bring the Face Warrior as a, because I fully expected Warlock to get, Mage or Rogue to get banned, and be stuck with Warlock and just lead with the Control Warrior and play with that until it won a game. But if it won the first one, I expected it to get counterpicked with Mill Rogue following it up, so I wanted to have the Face Warrior switch up. This is my own list. It's a really upgrade-focused list. Plays Cursed Blades, because it's greedy like that, but I think it lets you punish Rogue really hard. It lets you just... The Goldfish or the Solitaire hands are really good. This is actually... a slightly modified version of a list that I had been running for, here, let me see if I can find the original list. You can see it in the sidebar there, and there was a second Sea Giant. This was a list I was playing right after TGT came out. It was really good at the time in the meta. Blood Knight and King Mukla did so much work against a lot of the Mech Mage, Secret Paladin, Paladin in general, mid-range. And Mukla was what won you all the games against Freeze Mage, it won you games against Control Warrior, it won you games against Rogue. It is way bigger than those decks can deal with on turn 3. And giving them bananas means nothing if they have no board presence. It didn't matter. Void Terror is just as another egg activator, Haunted Creeper activator. It was just good at the time. Double Sea Giant again because of all the paladins. Druids were all playing Living Roots and Aspirants at the time. So it was just a really teched out list. Really good against the meta. I wouldn't recommend running it on the ladder right now. The mill list, I took out one fan for a Bran because I think Bran's just really good in the deck, and I didn't need 2 fans if there's not going to be any Zoo. And this is an adaptation of the burn list I originally played a long time ago, like right when GVG happened. I think those were gone, and these were gone, and there was a Noyo and Tinkertron. Or Tinkertown, sorry. Was the original burn list I had. But thank you for watching. I qualified, so that's going to be good. I'll be playing in that on Saturday, the 19th, in case you watch this at some other time, of March 2016. I'm probably not going to bring this lineup at all. I thought it was okay for the elimination portions. I probably don't want to bring it when I don't have the flexibility. These 4 classes were chosen for their flexibility and synergy as a lineup, and also for the fun factor, a lot of it. I wanted to be playing, because I had been... as well as the familiarity factor. I had been playing a lot of Magic the Gathering. I had an RPTQ in February, but so I had all of January and February. I basically didn't play Hearthstone at all after having gotten Legend, I think, 8 months in a row with a 1 month gap where I was, again, playing Magic the Gathering pretty hard. But so I came back to it and wanted to be able to just play familiar decks to get myself out of pools. I believe I am the #1 seed in this tournament, but that doesn't mean anything if I hadn't played for 2 months. I was kind of out of touch with the meta, etc. So I was just playing Rogue. I'm very familiar with. Warlock is probably my most familiar class. I'm very good at Control Warrior and very confident in my Dittos. So that's why I specifically brought that class, and it has the backup of playing Patron into stuff like Druid, into Zoo. Mage was another deck that I'm not necessarily super familiar with, but I know how all the decks work, and I know how to customize some of those decks. So I wanted to just, again, I wanted to be very flexible in what I was doing in the tournament, and I wanted to be familiar with the playstyles. So that's why I brought this list. I will probably bring a much different list, because for the top 8 playout, instead of having 9 deck slots and being limited by class, by just 4 classes, you're just bringing 4 different decks, and that's it. You will bring 4 30-card lists. Nothing can change during the course of the playoffs. So, I may or may not do a video. I'll probably do a video talking about those, but I probably won't publish that until after I play Steelcity LAN. I don't want to I keep saying Steelcity, Steelcity LAN, over at Carnegie Mellon in Pittsburgh. So I'll be playing at that, and I'll probably do a video wrap of that. That's going to all be streamed, I believe, for the top 8 playout, so you can watch it there at, I believe, twitch.tv/SteelCityLAN. I will link the channel in the description, I believe, for this. And thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. This is YoMan5, and I will see you guys next time.